I used a variation of media technologies in the process of creating my short film. YouTube was an extremely helpful website in which I used continuously throughout the making of my short film. It gave me the ability to discover a wide variety of short films that were easily accessible. These films, such as Identity and Dear Dad, gave me inspiration for ideas for the moral undertone I wanted my film to convey. It also allowed me to upload my own work, which I was then able to share with others in order to gain feedback. Moreover, I was able to upload the audience feedback I received from various members of my target audience. Furthermore, the Virgin Media Shorts YouTube channel was particularly useful due to the sheer volume of reliable short films from which I was able to depict the typical conventions found within short films, which ultimately helped influence my own work. I used a blogging website called WordPress as a method of recording my research, planning, and production of my short film. I used this website when creating my last project, so I was therefore already very familiar with it, thus meaning I did not waste any time learning how to use it again. This website was very useful as it meant I was able to keep updating my progress from various devices, such as an app on my phone, or different computers, meaning it was very easy and convenient. Furthermore, my blog enabled me to embed both images and videos, which helped to support my written work. This allowed me to display the audience feedback I received through a variety of ways, such as via YouTube or through different graphs, to display the feedback I had received from my target audience. To edit my film poster, I use Photoshop, which is the same editing software I used last year. This meant I was fairly familiar with how it worked, but also knew there was a lot more that could be done with it, which enabled me to create a professional-looking film poster. Something I found crucial when using Photoshop was utilising the ability to create layers. Making sure that the images and text I used were separated meant I was able to edit each of them individually. Moreover, an effect which I discovered, which I had never used before, was called drop shadow. I used this effect on particular text layers and on my main image, as it meant the layers appeared more three-dimensional, so they would stand out against the busy background. Whilst editing, I referred to my target audience feedback to make changes which could easily be found recorded on my blog. As I had used different layers on Photoshop, it was easy to go back and make the changes necessary. To create my film review, I used a program called InDesign, which was a program I was completely unfamiliar with. Therefore, it took quite a while to get to grips with it. However, if there was anything I couldn't work out by myself, I could just ask one of my peers. This program allowed me to replicate the typical conventions found within an Empire film review, thus meaning I was able to create a film review with an appearance that matched that found in Empire. I was able to replicate conventions such as the 4 columns, the black line at the bottom of the page, which were then wrapped around the side of the page, and the small text found at the bottom of the review. After completing this task, my knowledge of the program has vastly increased and allowed me to create a professional-looking film review.